On April 23rd, 2018, Dovetail Games announced that they have decided to shut down Flight Sim World just over a year after its initial release. Starting off as flight school, Dovetail Games used this as an opportunity to take the first basic step into flight simulation. Once they had the information they needed, it then became the full release of Flight Sim World, which they hoped would take the community by storm. The announcement from Dovetail Games reads, "It is with great sadness that we announce the future closure of Flight Sim World. As you know, we always had a strong ambition to bring a new experience into the established world of flight simulation, one that deliberately overhauled both the flying experience and the graphical fidelity, offering new ways to fly. Unfortunately, after many detailed discussions, we regrettably don't see a clear direction that will allow us to keep the development time we want, alongside the player numbers we need. So slightly before a year since we first launched into early access, we have made the intensely difficult decision to fully scale back all future development on Flight Sim World and remove it from sale on the 24th of May. We hope you can give the team the respect they deserve for their tireless hard work to date. Please note that all of us here at Dovetail Games hold flight simulation, the creators of add-on content, and especially you, the community for this flight sim, the incredibly high regard for both your support and time with Flight Sim World, the Flight Sim World team." There is then a small frequently asked questions section with a few answers that will clear the mind of those worried about the future. As for Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, that I'm sure will not be affected by this change in tone for flight simulation from Dovetail Games. For many, Flight Sim World was still fairly basic and lacks many necessities of a flight simulator such as jet aircraft, but it had also shone in many aspects such as the default scenery not looking half bad, and the true sky clouds which were absolutely fantastic. While it was never the most popular, I don't think anybody actually wanted to see it die, as it brought something different to the table. It showed us that it was possible to build a simulator up from nothing to something. When Flight School first released in May 2016, it only came with 2 aircraft and the default scenery based of that from Orbex. Now it leaves us with a vastly improved ground scenery, a modern and neat UI, 9 fantastic default aircraft along with 2 add-ons from Just Flight and Blue Sky FS, and a small but strong community that gave it a shot against the big guns of Prepare 3D and X-Plane 11. I would however like to send a message to Dovetail Games management. While I do generally like the company and the people I've come across are fantastic, I hope you can sort this one out. An announcement from Stephen Hood would be appreciated, going into detail about what has happened to this project as the lead producer from Flight Sim World, and I do hope that this doesn't also lead to a mass sacking of all your staff. There is a very human side to this as well, and I hope people are willing to respect it. As for Train Sim World's Train Simulator and Eurofishing, nothing points in any major change in direction on their parts. But back to the simulator at hand. Unfortunately it means that many features such as the career mode will not really see the light of day on the main branch, and the BizJet that was in development, but that has now essentially been lost forever. I also personally never had much of an issue with Flight Sim World, and I also had strong relations to the team behind it as well. For a general aviation flight simulator, it had a lot to it. The aircraft were great, they felt fantastic, they also looked the part as well, and flying over the ground scenery, especially through the true sky clouds, really gave you some sense of realism that no flight simulator really gave me in the past, including built-in AccuFeel and the Perspex shimmers in the cockpit. So I am fairly disappointed by this decision, and I hope that there is a small chance we may even get Flight Sim World revisited in the future once a clear path has been defined by Dovetail Games. And as the sun now sets on development, we must now bid FSW a wholehearted farewell. Rest in peace, Flight Sim World. Your clouds were always amazing.